Allah, Al Sufyan Islam. As-salam, as-salam, as-salam. We pray that all spirits find peace. So as the Lord would love for all of us to do, is to come to him as you was made, as you was created, and that is pure. We are striving for purity in self. So come purify yourself and learn how to pray to the divine. And hopefully we can cover these lessons and we get into the the greatest two words. But if not, we'll bring that on Sunday. But first, we must purify ourselves. And we're going to learn how to do that. And we're going to learn how to pray. Pray to the divine creator. So in all love, as-salam, Allah. To purify ourselves, we go to our Allah Sufa. And Sufa 87 is the purity. Before receiving the divine name, this practice, this spiritual practice, when applied to the physical body, this is called wudu. Wudu. But when you apply it to the self, to cleanse the inner self, it's called al-baki. So this has nothing to do with Arabic, but the Arabic word is tazkiyah. So that same science of tazkiyah, Arabic word, is our word al-baki. The inner science of inner purification. How to purify the inner self from filth. So let's begin. Sufa 87, the purity. 1. O you who believe, let it be said, al-baki. Al-baki means the immutable, the non-changing, the unchanging, the eternal, the infinite, cannot be circumscribed, cannot be made filthy. This is the divine to dive in. The everlasting ain't going nowhere, always present. Time to tap in. This is the 59th name of Allah, the infinite, the unique, the all-knowing. So when dealing with purity, is it not true that we are much made of water? Why did our Creator create us to be made of much water? Is this a sign of purity? Number 5, is it not true that when we bathe in clean water, we clean properly? That the water may clean our skin and our clothes. Does not a mother of any newborn seek to clean it after birth? All these are questions concerning purity. You made of much water. When you clean in water. To clean properly, it must be water of purified source. To wash your clothes, you use water. To wash your skin, you use water. A mother cleans her newborn with water. Number 8, is it not an ancient truth that one must clean the hands as host? Nine, why then would one follow the madness of some Christians and maniacs of Persia? There are certain parts of regions that has a certain teaching. And in certain regions, the teachings of cleanliness is not upheld. So the act of purity is seen as following madness. This is some areas, especially belonging to the maniacs of Persia and some Christians of Persia. 10, those false prophets who proclaim the only way to the divine is filth. Someone taught you to be filthy, and it wasn't Allah. What madness and illness is it when men and women curse purity? We at a time period of now where it's evident. Anyone who has eyes and senses can see that men and women are acting in madness, acting out of illness, as if they have no idea that they came from purity. So much that they boast up in their chest and mouth to curse purity. Now, who is a friend who curses purity? Well, let's get some understanding. When we treat people impurely, when we treat people wrongly, when we do to others any harm, the same harm we do to them is the same harm done to self. And what you do to others is what you do to self. And what you do to self, you do to Allah. A baby comes pure. Your trial and tribulation as you grow into youthhood, to adulthood, to elderhood, is to return and increase in purity. But as the prophets have told, that the higher mind lost its birthright due to the lower mind, due to wanting to gratify the lower mind. This is how you debase yourself through thought, words, and deeds from purity. As you, so I. We all was born as purity and love made flesh. Not many kept you clean. Not many kept you in love. Many didn't understand what purity is. So when you don't understand something, it's easy to curse the thing you don't understand. And so the hardest to be comprehended in this time is purity. Everywhere you turn is defiling. Everywhere you look, defiling. Every mouth that's opening is defiling. Defiles, defiles, defiles. No fountain can spew forth both sweet and sour. So today is your choice that if you came to purify yourself, you came to live from this moment forth in the way of the pure. It's on you. Your time is your time. Your choice is your choice. You come get pure when you please. So number 12, verily, listen to what we get put to understanding how we curse in purity. A mind so ill that it believes filth is the path to the divine. The place where the cursing is happening is in our own mind. Your mind will become so ill from believing in filth. Your mind can become so dirty from just believing, not even speaking. We didn't got there yet. Remember, sin lies not in the wish, but in the desire of the lower mind. So a lower mind is one that believes that filth is the path to purity. if you did not know purity is the path to the divine? How you going to come to something pure and you yourself ain't even put in an effort to sanctify your own self and to purify self before coming to the divine? A baby don't come defiled. A baby don't come blemished. A baby don't come crooked. Who makes a baby go away from purity? Men and women. These are supposed to be spiritual adults or spiritual elders. This is what we hope to become as men and women, growing from a seed to spirit man, to spirit self, living the highest life of quality. So before any quality, any success, any relation for you and your creator, the mind has to be cleansed. You done heard so much. And this hearing can turn into, many said, faith is not by words, but by hearing. I have heard the wrong thing. You may have seen men and women doing the wrong actions. As a child, Allah told the guardians to make sure you hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Because Allah knows best that what anyone sees, what anyone hears, the mind never forgets. So as a baby growing up, you always remember everything that was told to you. It stuck to you. You'll remember. And these things now, left uninvestigated, can become something that you grow up to believe in. And what you grow up to believe in is actually now working with your growth from a babe to becoming a spirit, pure and in charge. So if you have went through kindergarten through pre-K, our minds needs to be cleansed. How do we cleanse our mind? By removing such ill thinking. The mind is made to think. And the mind nature is to become whatever it believes. So what it believes, it begins to think. So as we understand how the mind works, that the mind is initially pure as a baby born. But through life, we have accrued through the ages of experience certain ways of thinking. And in North America, purity is not taught nor thought. So there's no way that your mind has picked up clarity, cleanliness, higher spiritual states as love, truth, peace. It's because we have been poisoned by that which what we believe. And that which what we believe is what we are thinking, and what we believe is ill. And so it's causing the mind to become defiled, to become a lower mind, identifying as the lower self. As 13 teaches us, truly, a man who lives and acts as a filthy animal does insult the gifts given unto him by Allah. No matter what you believe, the Creator believes that you should never live and act in any such way as a filthy animal. Why would the Creator feel insulted and you don't? This is called disconnection to purity. This is because thoughts, words, and deeds have defiled you from your own self, which was created in purity. Remember, you have to return yourself to the Creator. And he's not receiving the lower mind. So as you've been growing, have you been respecting yourself, or have you been disrespecting yourself? The more filthy you become, the more disrespecting you are to your own self. See, we have done things unconsciously that have insulted our own purity given to us by our divine Creator. The Al-Sufyan teaches that a sacred act done in a state of filth shows an absence of respect towards the divine Creator and the law. Our minds can get distracted from purity. And the sacred act is the sacred act of manifesting. You looking to manifest in a state of filth, when the act of manifesting is a sacred act. Respect and wisdom. Respecting what pleases Allah. An absence of that respect is what loosened you up for defilement. We're going to meet people. We're going to talk to people. We're going to go places. Are these places, are these people, are these things have any respect for purity and any respect for the divine Creator and any respect to higher law? Or are they in their lower minds looking to gratify their lower mind? 15, therefore, do all acts with a clean heart and a clean mind and a clean body. The Al Sufyan teaches us that 3 actions are to be prepared by your own mind before even acting. Before you make even one action towards a fleshly thing, first you look at your heart and see, is you having a clean heart? Clean is pure. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they will see our God and not die. You know, they got stories where you die if you see it. See, we're talking about purity here. As the messenger brought forth, Elijah Muhammad, the clean water or the dirty water, the clean glass or the dirty glass. Where the Al Sufyan, a clean heart, you are required to do all acts as an Al Sufyan with a clean heart. Now that's your mind right there. See, your mind can never get dirty if you have a clean heart. A clean heart is like Windex to a dirty mirror. When you wash your car, you got the outside of the car and the inside of the car. But see, only man himself has a core. And if you don't clean the core, you can clean the inner and the outer all you want. It's the core what the creator wants. The core, you may say the essence. You may say your being. I say your I. The I is the core of who you are. And you are supposed to be living a life where you are cleansing the negativities off your eye to let your eye be clean as a whistle, we say in the South. A clean heart is required. A clean mind is required. And a clean body is required. So we talking, if you are a seeker of truth, then you are looking for purity to possess as you travel down the steep path to bliss. This is the law. This is a different motion over here. I hope you see that and hear that for yourself. You don't just get baptized and then act like you don't have to have a spiritual practice. You don't get baptized and then just say you're a Christian and not have spiritual practices that support your baptism. If you just clean the outside of the body, you have done nothing to the core. If you think you thinking better, you still have not cleaned the core. You are not the inner nor the outer. You are the core that makes up the inner and the outer. This is law. Meaning we or man or one man or men and women cannot change nor corrupt nor abrogate this law. It don't matter what alligator shoe tell you. It don't matter what smell good tell you. If you don't have a clean heart, you're going to have to deal with what your actions was and why you did the conduct that you was conducive to. You're going to have to understand yourself 3 times. This is 3 actions of 3 knowledges that you must become coherent in if you want to purify yourself and learn how to pray. So this is the law, 17. Let's move forward. First, let the source of water be correct. Else, purification is false. Water from a sealed well, water from a spring, water from a cistern, water from a fresh pond, water from a wadi, from which animals are prevented from dwelling. These are all correct sources. Water from a creek, water from a river, untouched by cleaning or untouched by waste, and even water from the sea are all correct sources. Water that has changed its color, water that has changed its taste, water that has changed its smell and becomes thick from use is prohibited. Water that has been used for cleaning, water that has been used for cooking, water that has been left over for animals is prohibited. Thus, the source of purification must itself be pure. Look at this level of wisdom that we receive from the Al Sufyan. The source has to be pure in order for itself to be pure. One cannot be made clean by filthy and prohibited water. You got the waters from above and you got the waters from below. These are significant into clean waters and the filthy waters. Fresh water, salt water. The self cannot be made clean. This is why they call the word water. You shall be cleansed by the word. One cannot be made clean by dirty water. So in other words, we got to check the waters. Don't just check the temperature, check the waters. If the water ain't clean, you cannot become clean. You cannot be made clean through dirty acts. You can't be made pure from defiling mind. These three go hand in hand, unlike false scriptures. They separate you and divide you because they understand division is how you conquer. But ain't no dividing water. Just like ain't no dividing space. For water comes from the space. We're going somewhere with this. If a clean source of water cannot be found, one must prepare before eating. One must prepare before prayer. If there's no water to be found, then take for yourselves clean sand. Take for yourselves clean earth and rub therewith your faces and hands. As above, so below. There's clean water and there's clean earth. If there's not the option of clean water, there's always clean earth. You walking on it. You want it. Did you know that the earth was divine? Did you know beneath your feet is divine and a living being, a living thing? As above, so below. How you think the water in the earth get in the earth? From above. Therefore, no Muslim may say, I could not prepare myself before food or prayer or ritual. Why? Because you got the sea and you got the earth. How is there an excuse for one who wants to seek truth and know and be revealed through the way? So we must know there be two forms of ablution, that all faithful, that all who full of faith must follow, being part and full. All must perform full ablution at least once before the next sunrise. So we're being taught that there are two forms of ablution. That if you are faithful, don't matter if you're not faithful, but if you are faithful, there are two forms of ablution, being part and full. All must perform full ablution at least once before the next sunrise. One must perform full ablution at least once before the next sunrise. There are three obligatory acts, and if one, we're talking about clean heart, clean mind, clean body. There are three obligatory acts, and if one is omitted, we on 28. It must be returned and then completed so that one is completely clean. Come on now. The Creator wants you completely clean. Step by step, lay it out like a coach and a playbook. Quarterback Allah passing to, giving off to his hottest teammate. 3 downs and his 4th down. We got 3 obligatory acts, And if one of these three is omitted, it must be returned and then completed so that one self is completely clean. Here's the three obligatory acts. The first is to rinse and cleanse the inner mouth. Remember, this is for the faithful, those who submit their will to our law without condition and comes with a pure, compassionate heart. The first is to rinse and clean the inner mouth. Clean heart. The second, number 30, is to sniff and gargle water before expelling it out. Clean mind, number 2. Number 3, the third, is to wash the entire body in a rigorous manner. That's a clean body. So these are the 3 obligatory acts that say if we miss one of these, we must return and then complete that which we omitted. So don't forget to rinse and clean the inner mouth. You may wash the entire body, but you didn't sniff and gargle water. You might have washed the entire body, but you didn't rinse and cleanse the inner mouth. See, the Creator is doing something for us here. He's giving you a spiritual practice, a spiritual routine for you to be completely clean. Day in, day out. Night in, night out. No favoritism needed. Just a clean heart, clean mind, and a clean body. 1, 2, 3. This is called ABC. Our law be clean. Now 32, as to the third act, both hands up to the wrists must be cleaned. As to the entire body, both hands up to the wrists must be clean. 33. Wash the sensitive parts under the arms and between the legs to remove all dirt and filth from the body. 34. Water should be poured over the head 3 times so that it flows all over the body. Look, this is how we get completely clean. If we mean business on earth, that's full ablution. Remember, there's 2 forms of ablution. That was the full ablution. Now we're going into the part. 35, as to part ablution, before one sits in meeting, before one is preparing a meal, before one sits to eat, or before one prays, or before one enters a home after a journey, one must perform part ablution. First, wash your faces. This is part ablution. You can't get to the full Here's the part. First, wash your faces. First, wash your faces and your hands and arms to the elbows. Second, rub your heads with water. Wash your feet to the ankles. If one be ill, then part or full ablution may be done to clean the body. If one come in contact with uncooked or rotten material, then full ablution may be done to clean the body. Thus, your body is a gift to be respected. Now, who came off the boat teaching this? How are you going to be coming off the seas and you ain't teaching cleanliness? Matter of fact, bring the scripture that shows you how to clean. So, if the body is a gift to be respected, why was there anything called slavery? Who missed the memo? Is the body to be whipped and lashed? Is the body made to be abused, ripped up, made to work for another man, and beat or have limbs cut off because you wanted to respect your own body? And then will have the nerve to call themselves following the teachings of Jesus they call Christ. Said they was bringing you Christianity. Not Islam. Because in Islam, the body, the mind, and the heart is to be respected. That if another individual's heart is not clean, if another individual's mind is unclean, if another one's body is defiled, blemish, sores, proxies, you are not to disrespect yourself by following someone who is unhealthier in body, mind, and heart than you. Whatever dogma or doctrine that was received that made self feel less than anyone else was not from Islam, al-Sufyan, Allah. So this is why they maybe gave you another doctrine, so they can mistreat you, so they can treat you how they want to treat you and not how Allah has laws fixed and stationed, unchanging and impermanent, can never be destroyed. And they want us to forget this knowledge of self and pick up their new doctrine for self And since self picked up their new doctrine, it's muddy water. It's dirty water. You have picked up the black experience denoted by your white counterpart. Well, black and white is both divine because it has nothing to do with men and women. Black and white comes from the divine creator. We're going to get to this. See, but inside the body, you don't know what's inside the body. You can't look within and see the organs. You can't look within and see your heart beating. So what are you looking at when you're looking and going within? See, this is called the universe. Your body is a gift to be respected because it holds the universe within it. So when you honor your body in its cleanliness, you honor the divine creator who gave it to you. He didn't give you nobody. She didn't give you nobody. They were busy doing other things. Allah gave you a body. So your body is a gift to be respected. You washing your body is you respecting the gift that the Creator gave you called the temple of man. For the Spirit to dwell in. For you doeth not know that you are the temple of God and that the Spirit of the Lord dwelleth within the temple of the soul. Do you know your body holds in totality 3 divine gifts that the white man nor the white woman ever told you about? Let me let you in on a little insiders to let you know, to make the playing field even. Did you know that if they wish they could tell you, that they would tell you that they did not know, that they are completely unconscious, that they don't have the conscious that you have? This is why they on another mission than what you on. They don't have a conscience. They're learning of a conscience. You was gifted in the state of having a soul. This is above the self. This is what the self becomes when it says a living soul. When you read that, before you become a living soul, you got to become a seed as a baby. And you got to learn how to purify yourself to become a living soul. That's the highest of echelon. That's the royal house of poker. That's the touchdown in a sports league. Purity is the championship. You ain't winning until you become pure. Because look, we're going to find out as we keep moving on. Not only did the Creator honor us by having a belief in you. This is why you exist. The Creator believe in you. That your body is how the Creator showed you He honors you. He honored you by giving you your own independent body. Independent from every man and woman. If you choose to bow down to a knee, then you don't honor your own knee. This is what we have to get to. But do not obsess about your appearance. For vanity is a path. For vanity is a path to doom.
You say that all I can do is reflect the doors and see on TV all dressed up. Got the suit on, got the uniform on, and they appear to be upright. Beneath the garment dirty and spilled.
Mm-hmm. See, and now we know the three actions that every man, that every woman is responsible for. The outer, the inner, and the core. See, and understanding that what lives on is the core and the inner. This is called the sacred union. So to dress up something and you have a mind to know that you are not the flesh, to become obsessed, meaning now is creating problems. Now it's becoming a conflict. Now you rather hear about how you look instead of who you are. So it's a lot of appearances now. People are dressing in vanity. And especially our sisters, this is a time where they was never dressing the way they are openly dressed now. And so every animal posing as a man is having a great time right now. His eyes is getting more than his cheeks feel. And it's a free show every time he come around. And you got to know the time we in that people are unclean. And demons are the filthiest. The demons is what you have to understand what has put you down this path. There's a certain way that your society believes you should be. And it's not an Al Sufyan. So there's appearance for every job. But there's no look for the creator. People can put on what they want for a job and wear it, but where's the uniform for the creator? Where's the image of the creator? So to divorce ourselves from the mind and to make ourselves identify as the body is a path to doom. You are not your belly. You are not your organs. You is not the growl in your stomach. So let's move to our next understanding now that we have how to purify ourselves. 3 obligatory acts: water and earth is the mediums to perform cleanliness. Do all acts with a clean heart, clean mind, and clean body. With this respect for your own self, now you ready to go and love on the Creator called to pray. Praying is not what you have been taught by false scriptures. So we're going to bring it straight out of the Creator's mouth. They say the horse's mouth, but our Creator make horses. He's not a horse, just a horse. He every living thing. So let's bring to understanding how was this universe filled. It wasn't filled by you. You was born. The Creator filled and is every living thing in his own universe. Amen. See, this is why we had to get through the first step first. We can't receive truth, y'all. We can't even receive love if we don't know how to purify ourselves. Purity comes before love. Did you know that? If you have not done any self-work, meaning self-cleansing, meaning cleansing of the eye, you know, all that you say after eye, all that needs to be cleansed by the time you go to the earth. Because you'll be taking that to the earth where you're supposed to be taking clean water to go mix in the clean water. But you didn't understand life through the teachings of those who was kicked out of the pure, clean way of life. So these people doctored up the law. You remember he was 12. He went to go speak to the doctors of law. They doctored up the law for you. You know, if you sick, you go see a doctor. He patch you up. Pill, surgery, what you need. So when we're talking about the doctors of the law, there was priests and scribes who wanted to make sure you fulfilled their bidding, not the divine Creator who made you yourself. But they wanted to become citizens over your body, mind, and spirit through false texts and false scriptures and call it religion. And you submit to it and obey it willingly as the law of your flesh. So purity had to come forth because purity is what we all are, and love is what made purity. And purity is understanding what you was before you came into the flesh. You got into the let's make this clear. It is by thinking and the sacred act of manifesting that the self or the I was brought into being. Do you know where your I come from? I am telling you where your I comes from. Directly from the divine Creator. Who am I? That's no longer a question. I came from Allah, Al-Sufyan. These are real places. I hope y'all understand the words coming out of my mouth. Just like you can go get into your devilishment at a place. You can go get into this purity, this divinity Because I'm letting you in on the divine that's within. Because black man, because black woman, because black child, they was never supposed to know to unlock the black mystery. You were supposed to be locked and blocked in a six-sided cube or Kaaba. But Allah didn't make a Kaaba for you to be trapped and sealed in. He made you a Kaaba for your spirit to walk through the doorway of purity. I come directly from the plane of purity. I can tell you directly how to get back to purity. This is my message to what I have my purpose on earth. If you don't understand purity, then we have not understood why we came into flesh. The flesh is opposite of understanding what you are. You needed something other than what you are to understand what you are. So we've been told that it's been divided when it was never divided. Allah, Al-Sufyan, Islam is Absalom. He give all his children 144 gifts. There's no such thing as you was born in sin. Your flesh was a gift. Your mind was a gift. Your spirit is a gift. And to know that Allah is pleased with you was for you to be born. You don't have to be born. Do you know what planted you into these places that you end up in a physical place? You was in a spiritual place before it slowed down and became flesh. So now we finna love on the divine creator. To pray to the creator is to love the creator. Like your woman want attention, that's how the creator, he likes for you to pray. Pray is like loving your woman. So when you understand how we get into the real of how you came here, the real manifestation is called the invocation. See, man think that tree of life he has is for pleasing the external. He don't know that his divine staff was created by the creator. That is a gateway for minds to become bodies. Within you is a voluminous amount of seminal cells, spermatozoas. You don't even know. Many, but they're not made to be excreted. Or bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Your semen is used to pray. And remember, Allah indeed is a feminine. So that woman side that you love of your woman or of a woman, the divine creator made her, made that woman. So within all in. So we finna get in Al D It Kara. So when you hear the, remember this ain't Arabic at all, but when you hear the Arabic word Ikara, it comes from this word Al D Ikara. And this is divine invocation. Number one, oh, you who believe, let it be said, Alhamdulillah, the all praiseworthy, the 66th name of Allah, 66, the one, the absolute, the almighty. We're finna get into something divine here. A man who gives thanks for nothing deserves nothing in return. We're talking about a divine knowing here. The Creator is telling us that a man who gives thanks, who gives praises for nothing. Did we know that we can be giving thanks for nothing or giving praises to nothing? This will change the way that you think and blink. Because if you know that the Creator has given a divine instruction for you to be fully aware, a man who gives thanks for nothing deserves nothing in return. This is how powerful our speech is. There was something called divine speech. Before they came over here off the ships and boats with the speech they had that we now call dirty waters. In their dirty waters, do you know they give thanks for nothing? Do you think, just watching evil, did you think evil deserved billions and trillions of dollars? Do you know in North America, the accumulated wealth is over $982 trillion? Do you know you could put $1 billion in everyone's bank account? Do you know how evil this has to be for one to have this much abundance and you not recognize that this is just purely evil? And to think you need something that someone has trillions of. You have to be mentally ill yourself. This is what the Creator's saying. See, once you take on their role in their religion, you start giving thanks for nothing, and this is why you don't have nothing in return. Because you don't know how to pray. You've been praying all these years and you got nothing but poverty. He's been praying and he's been getting himself out of poverty by the book. Is the Bible the black man's, the black woman, and the black child's book? Because the black man, the black woman, and they grown up child has been praying. And down the line, they poured in each other. Over 50, 70, 150, 200, 300, 400, 500 years of praying. and we ain't learned yet. Maybe we need to start learning and spending more time learning than spending more time praying. That formula worked for me. Spending more time learning rather than spending more time praying. Because when you learn, you'll learn how to pray. See, they just taught you some words. They ain't teach you how to pray. Our Father, those are just words. And then those are words given to us by criminals, blown out criminals, full-blood maniacs, bringing that venom, that plague on our land. And now we got to do something because it ain't spreading to the youth and younger to unborn generations. The divine creator gonna keep us coming, so we finna fix up something. Ain't no use for you keep coming into a situation that ain't telling you how to improve yourself, how to get it for yourself, how to purify yourself, and how to pray for yourself so you can get the best out of life. Not for no job, not for no momentary enjoyment, but we talking about a pervading permanence of fulfillment. How many people are self-fulfilled in the world today? The rich man is not self-fulfilled. The rich man ain't even worried about money no more because it's not money that any of us should be worried about. That is a monopoly understanding. The man who gives thanks for nothing deserves nothing in return. Here's how the Creator talking to us. A man who divorces the divine from his life creates his own doom. No one is responsible for us divorcing ourselves from purity. Why did you divorce yourself from purity in your own life? What did you feel, or what was you told you would be rewarded for? For dousing your purity and divorcing cleanliness. And you wanted to pick up money to become filthy rich so you can do what with it? Create your own doom? Because the money don't have a brain. Only the Creator gives man a flesh to have a brain. So if man and woman doesn't know they are divine by nature, then who not telling you this? Because you were born with it. So it's no such thing as an ego. We got to bring this in before we get any deeper in this prayer. To pray takes an ego. Your enemy of the way wanted you to never have an ego. He found the core of you. And once he found the core of you through spending billions of dollars in research, that he will keep your core buried. And he calls your core an ego. So you'll never break out your own ceiling. You'll never break out your prison. You'll never break out the colors that he lighted you up with. So black means divine. The black man has to wake up to he's the divine man. The black woman has to wake up to she's not no thought. She is a divine woman. And this is what has been stolen from you called self-knowledge. This has been robbed from you called self-knowledge. This is what they gave you a language for you to forget yourself. It worked. The language worked. You no longer know who you are. The language was designed for this purpose, to destroy yourself by you forgetting your self-knowledge. So they filled you a language where you lesser than them, you lesser than earth, you lesser than the animal, you lesser than a property. You ain't nothing but doom and gloom walking with a broom. Man would divorce himself from the divine. Man would divorce himself from his wife. Man would divorce himself from men, friends, and anything that are in. But man will not divorce himself from this evil and uncleanliness, whoever brought him up in it. The man won't leave the system. The black woman won't leave the system. The system is not divine, and it will never be. And if you believe so, then that is what we was reading about earlier, why you need to come be purified.
I just got to say something to that because of the fact that all the people that look like us, melanated people that come from darkness, they have turned to a wrong system called the USA, the United States of America. That's what that USA stands for. And their forefathers, and see if it don't make sense. Their forefathers, the ones what drawed up and wrote that Constitution that everybody living by now. Their forefathers drawed that flag up and got everybody pledging allegiance to the flag of what? The United States of America. Allah ain't got nothing to do with none of that. And we looking at them for help. We going to Satan, the great Satan, for help and looking for justice and equality. Now, do that make sense? Anybody just can think just a little bit. Do that make any sense? I'll put a period behind that. Their system. Right.
It only makes sense to our people because they were born in their system.
That's right.
You was never told that you came from the Creator. Their system teaches you not that you came from the Creator. So you have no fair grounds to stand on. That's dirty water.
That's right.
And so as an aging, competent being, man or woman, if you can't sense, discern, or feel the evilness in another being with their intent through action, then you are blind, deaf, dumb, dead already to the knowledge of self, which makes anyone a bum. He who is we that has no knowledge of self dwells in poverty. We are the poorest people right now because we have no knowledge of self. All you have is the knowledge of the Bible, which teaches you ain't shit. You born in sin and you full of it. You worship a golden cow or a golden calf. Every day you wake up serving something you know not. Every day you don't wake up reaching to strive to attain purity in life. You thinking about your next gratification. What you finna be gratified by? You've been doing this for an ample amount of time. Your age is an accumulation of 36 and 5 days. And that's 1 year. So you've been repeating this for 365 days times the age you are. So if you have not said in your continual action of perpetuity, you have divorced yourself from the divine creator. He's not making you do it, even in evil. You are choosing because you feel weaker, lesser, and therefore inferior. When the creator, Allah, Al-Sufyan, Islam, has no inferiority. It has no superiority. It has equality for spirit, mind, and body likewise. So if one don't have a mind to become mentally wise, mind wise, then you will be fooled by a fool. The divine creator is called the wise. If you still getting tricked in 2025, in the age of wisdom, then you haven't waxed yourself wise. The devil's glory is tricking the wise. So if you think you are wise and you've been tricked by the devil, you are food for evil. They are using and casting into your cauldron, your pot, feelings and emotions that you dislike in order to increase your energetic releasing of your temptations and your gratifications, therefore feeding off your lower mind. The divine is greater than your higher mind. The divine is your greater. So the lower mind will never know the higher mind. The higher mind will never be the lower mind. And the divine mind is divine by nature. It has no ability to intentionally create evil. It cannot. Allah takes intention, meaning intention means wisdom. One who is wise cannot corrupt themselves. That's not wise. It said, get wisdom. Then you shall be wise. You can't get wise without wisdom. Try it out. Your I that you call yourself was made from wisdom. When you were wise, you was called a soul. When you fell, you became the self. The fall was into the lower mind where you forgot the soul of the self. So now we read why this is why we come to learning how to pray. This is how we come back to, as we say, rekindling the fire. Oh, they say once you break up, you make up. This is how you get your love back. 6, yet a man who gives thanks to Allah, even for the smallest of wonders of a day, is a man rich in blessings. Now look how powerful this is, y'all. Your mouth just giving thanks to the frequency, to the vibration, to the vibe, to the understanding of Allah. You are rich. We talking about just the smallest wonder as taking a step when you walking. To be thankful to move your hand. to blink, to twist, to bend, to jump. We don't forget, oh, these are blessings. These are small wonders. You was a spirit. Now you made flesh. How much gift do we need to see as being the proof of Allah and you as a creature and a creator must know how you was created. You must know you was the creator of what? How the self grew from a baby into a living soul. A living soul praises Allah, not the lower mind. The lower mind has divorced itself. The higher mind is becoming a spiritual elder. So when we speak about giving thanks to Allah, this is the greatest that man can do. You're not rich because you have an accumulation of wealth. You are rich because your mouth can bless Allah. Praise. This is called love for the Creator. It's like you giving your woman attention. So when you give thanks to Allah, that's you giving your woman attention. So 7, thus a true Muslim praise not because of fear. Something going wrong. We ain't praying because something going wrong. Nor are we praying out of ignorance. But the reason why one truly loves the Creator, meaning to pray, is out of knowledge. Do we hear this? Who put that sun up there? You didn't. How you wouldn't get no work done if no sun was up there. Before there was a light bulb, there was a sun. And in your mind, you would take the light bulb over the sun and call it I got light. And paying a bill till you die to a man that never put a sun up there. And if you think that is clean wisdom, then you have became divorced from cleanliness. And you have married filth. And now we must understand that nothing can be done out of knowledge and respect when you are filthy rich. The one who prays is pure. Why you think they can give thanks to Allah? Praise means praiseworthy. To pray means to make that which is worship praiseworthy. So you saying Allah, with all this magnificence, including you, ain't worthy of praise. The Creator even made your eye that is immortal. I want this, I want that. And you can't give praises to the Creator for creating and making the eye that's full of the universe within. But out of knowledge and respect, there's no fee here. The Creator ain't got a certain time. The Creator don't charge you a fee. Think on what I'm saying. To know what I'm saying, and then to purify. This is how you act on what true knowledge is. So as we move down, the frequency of formal prayer. The frequency of formal prayer is in the binding of good habit. leading to good character. He who prays yet does not cease from wrongdoing and evil gains nothing but in remoteness from the divine. Who we think celebrities, they are getting farther and farther away from the truth of purity. Number 10, right prayer. This is how you kick it in. This is how you tap in. This is how you dive in. Right prayer, then, is right intention, right mind, and right action. Heart, mind, and body. Right intention, right mind, right action. This is prayer. Right, right, right. So, judging ourselves by this standard, looking at the world from this view, we should be able to see who's evil. It don't take no rocket scientist nor no quantum physics to see right intention, to see right action over a period of years. We're going to read this again now because we've been taught how to pray wrongly. We think praying is waiting. It just tells you the right prayer is right action. What you waiting on? It tells you right prayer is right mind. Why are you lying to yourself for? Right prayer is right intention. How can you go wrong? I nail it every time. With intention, how can you go wrong when you got right intention? Intention is within self. So right intention leads to the right mind, and the right mind leads to the right action. Every right action, if you doing it right, you should be getting happier and happier and happier and happier. Right, 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 right. Don't never equal wrong.
That's right. Right on. I just want to say something to right. It's real trickery how the evildoers put civil right, put civil in front of right. And now you got to march the street to get right. If the USA mean right, you wouldn't have to do none of that. You just read it.
That's right. You just said it too.
Right intentions. So evidently all they have is wrong.
There you go. Wouldn't be no need to march.
It said right mind. But what you see on Capitol Hill is wrong mind.
Come on with it.
I just got to say it because
Come on with it.
I mean, you got
Go ahead.
You ought to have all of them out there on fire. Because see, we're marching for a right. Not to mention a birthright where the divine creators gave us birthright. They only mention that right. All I'm hearing is amendments and articles and constitution, and none of them mean us no good. And lastly, right action. You wouldn't kidnap somebody and bring him in a ship and slave and they didn't even use clean water. They said that they had the place so smelling and stinking. They had to bring them up on board and take seawater and throw them on and just wash them out. Try to get rid of this man. Who would do another human being like that? All we got to do is just look back across our lives and all the ugly stories been told. And then we'll come to our right frame of mind and not follow that path. I get it, brother.
This is what you were born with.
Yeah.
How did anybody get tricked? You was born with all these gifts.
That's right.
How did you yourself get tricked and continue to be tricked?
Yes, indeed.
You got all this going on with you and within you, and you letting external forces control and predetermine your own fate.
That's right.
That was important, what you said. You need to let that soak in. Ain't no marching, no protesting if this is understood.
That's right.
Those people would do what's just and be justly. But if they have evil intent, we should know it by the end result of the action. We'll feel the action is wrong. We don't know what wrong is no more.
I guess not.
Well, someone do something to you and it's not right. It's wrong action. That's because your spirit is in the form of divine law. So when you break spiritual law, you break divine law, which is automatically divine crime. This is why you might see passion come out of people. It's not because they not under the law. It's no, you have violated the law.
That's right.
You don't know what's inside anyone. You don't even know what's inside of a store you never been into.
Correct.
So a person you not born as, you don't know them. So self need to regather itself and stop going so much in these doctrines, because these doctrines have pulled you outside of yourself. Your mind is inside of yourself, not outside. So how are you going to get any answer, any remedy outside of yourself when your mind is inside of the self? The mind got to be right before any action can become right. It don't matter what any man do for a woman. If her mind ain't right, his action is always wrong. It wouldn't matter what any woman do. If the man's mind ain't right, whatever she do will be looked at as wrong. Because the first is wrong. How you going to begin in error and not end in error? The first or the beginning is right intention. In prayers number 11, all thoughts must be laid aside by those of the divine in conversation. No word in prayer is to be uttered, which afterwards a man seeks to repent. You don't talk to the Creator like that. You talk to the Creator like you talk to your parents when respectfully. No word in prayer is to be uttered if no mind or knowledge of meaning be present. Look how important our utterances are. You can have a negative utterance and you can have a positive utterance. One is called a blessing and one is called a curse. Let's see, can you figure that out by thinking?
Right.
If a teacher, if a scholar tells you that your prayer, if not valid to Allah, unless done according to this or that ritual, expel them immediately as the very worst of impostors. So to give us that Lord's Prayer was them telling us how to pray. That telling us if we didn't pray this way, giving us this doctrine, then we ain't praying at all. These is what people teaching us. We all was a children. We all gonna be taught by one who teaching. We all gonna be at a school of a scholar. If we went to school, we're gonna be taught. And so we're gonna have thought. Because we was taught. But now what we taught, the thought of Allah. Because this ritual or that ritual is not for Allah. Allah ain't ritual based. You don't have to do no ritual to get to Allah. You can speak, you can hear, you can manifest, you can learn, you can think and get to Allah. You can reason and get to Allah. Logic and get to Allah. Al has made this so easy for all his children. As children of Allah, we are little owls running around. Parts of Allah. Al-Sufyan. Al-Mu'id. These are parts of Allah, the whole, the one. No parts. We are the parts. And we are living as himself in this world. But we think life came from a white man or life came from a white woman. Life didn't come from a Hindu, a Chinese, a Rivu, a Himbu, a Du. Life came from Allah and Allah alone. There is no other deity but Allah.
So when you say that, I reflect on those. I guess they gotta be imposters and nothing else, because they got it where they have you raising your right hand and have a King James Version Bible and have you solemnly swear to uphold this and uphold that and take an oath, and everything is set up that way in USA. So they can't be nothing but just what the word says, imposters.
Imposters.
Holding up a book.
And as an imposter, what are you supposed to do when you find an imposter? See, this is the other part that people fail to act. You may know, but when you know and you fail to act, you don't have a clean heart. You don't have a clean mind. Because how could you know that and then follow someone reckless, cruel, and maniac, and killer, and criminals, and sinners? And you are a righteous individual. I don't follow sinners. I don't kneel, bend, bow to sinners.
Right on.
Only Allah gets this worship from me. I'm sanctified. Not no any man finna get what the Lord has made for himself. If you don't feel like the Creator made you for himself, then you is not understanding why everybody exists as a self. You think people black, white, red, brown, yellow, and white. (16) Do not allow such blasphemies to be spoken in any holy place of Islam. See what happened? They done spread it, their lies, their filth, blasting you and me. That's blasphemy. They blasting you and me. Allah ain't asked for this. Allah didn't create me for this. Allah didn't create you for that. Allah didn't create us for Jesus. He created you for himself. Here going right. Do not allow such blasphemies against you to be spoken in any holy place of Islam. Verily, Allah rewards not those who perform as monkeys with stone cold hearts. Our Creator don't reward no cold heart and people who perform and obey as a monkey. So he wasn't calling you a monkey because you look like one. He was calling you a monkey because you obey him like you want. 18, but Allah don't call you no monkey. He says, but a person who submits without condition. See, the stone heart make you on this requirement, on this condition, on this tenet, on this. But Allah said, a person who submits without condition to the will of Allah and comes with a pure heart of compassion. This is who is rewarded. Not monkeys with stone hearts, but a person who comes to Allah without condition to the will of Allah and comes with a pure heart. We ain't talking the mind, we talking the heart, the core. Comes with a pure core of compassion, forgiveness, wrapped as the Father 20, above all things, what is most pleasing to Allah when you pray is a still mind, S-T-I-L-L, a still mind and a warm heart. A still mind and a warm heart. This is the most pleasing to Allah. Allah cares not how many times you bow. He don't care you done prayed 5 times. 5 ain't what he counting. Allah says he cares not how many times you bow, but how many heartbeats are truly felt in prayer. You can't have no thoughts talking within, no voices going on within to hear your heartbeat. The Creator pure. You can't come to the Creator until you pure. This is how pure the Creator is. So it's not the action of getting on your knees doing rakats or salats. Yeah. It's about the heartbeats, the still mind and a warm heart. O you who believe, obey not. Everything with Lord Jesus Christ is made. Obey, obey, obey. Obey not those who wish to make you speak as birds. You know, parakeets, they repeat. Yeah. See, it's people that just want you to repeat what they say. It's people that just want you to repeat the training they went through. Allah ain't gave us no training. We come naked and in divinity. Speaking as we learn. And behaving as sheep. The Creator say, if you believe in him, you obey not those who wish to make you speak as a bird and behave as a sheep. A sheep is a lamb. They known for slaughtering the lamb. So those who go along to get along becomes this reenactment, speaking as birds, behaving as sheep. 23, the Creator say, please just be honest in your intentions in prayer. The most powerful prayer. He finna give you the most powerful prayer. Not no Lord's Prayer. He finna give you the most powerful prayer. The most powerful prayer is to pray for the well-being and benefit of strangers. Tell the white man to pray for us. Ain't we strangers to him? Ain't we living life? Can't we use some of that? But look, like over 400 years, he ain't prayed for us not once. This is the most powerful. It's to pray for the well-being and benefit of strangers. Then it sounds like it's unbalanced.
Yeah. Sure. This kind of sickness in the head we have.
They were strangers to us.
Yeah.
Don't even look like us. Did we come and harm them? We wish the best benefit. We even allow them on the land.
That's right.
For the sake of their well-being, to be in connection with our law. And this is how they repaid the balance. By acting like we the strangers now. Like we came over here. Like we the pilgrims. Like we wasn't born from the Creator and placed in this land by the Creator himself. And we stayed over here like we had material and had time. We were respecting the Creator.
And you know, it's a funny thing that, when Jesus was tempted by the devil, and he told him, depart from me, I know you not. Well, guess what he did? Oh, tricky dick. He set up a department for everything you could think of and got you under. Is that right? A department of everything. Think about that, USA.
The department exists.
It is. Department. Just think about that. Depart from me, I know you not. That's why you can't get it.
The most evil of actions. Now, this is the most evil of actions, is to pray for misfortune to befall another.
Look at that.
They want us for.
Yeah.
They want us in power.
Yeah.
Their actions is telling us.
Yeah.
They got access. I ain't talking the tumor, I'm talking about the money.
Yeah.
They got excess in money. Over $982 trillion. It's only 350 million people in North America.
Goodness gracious.
This is how much they've been collecting, the collection plate, off us since 1933. Legally, as a Christian.
A Christian?
Legally, since 1933, as a Christian, they've been able since 1933 to run up the moat, as we say, to turn or to get a million from zero.
What are you going to do?
Wasn't no Google when America came. Now there's a such thing Google since pilgrims came. Our law was the Google. Now they make it new search engines trying to take you away from the divine Ethernet.
Yep.
Well, now they want to put you in the internet.
Look at that. Good gracious. From Ethernet and internet.
As we finish up 27, as is written in the way of Islam, which is the same as it is in heaven. Our mind never dies. Our inner mind never dies, but lives on into the next world. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And you worry about this world.
This is why they gave us a language that helps us forget. Because our mind never forgets. But if you pick up a language that helps you to not remember self by having you speak the knowledge of forgetting self, that's how they was able to get their words in our mouth, in our voice. Remember, the spirits need a body, so the spirits need a voice to speak through. The demons need you to be their voice. They don't have a voice. A spirit don't have a voice. You got to have a body. Now, when we're talking about the mind, this is what that voice carries over. So now, reincarnation, you never lost nothing. What came before birth was like rollover minutes. It rolled over into the flesh. It's still within you. It's still present. We just got to tap into it by learning purity and learning how to pray. That's why we finish it up. Beware of those that wish to claim stories of naming of prophets that honor the merchant's view of history. There is a different truth in the lines of messengers honored by the divine. See, that's the truth that we're talking about. There's a different truth that's from the Bible that's in these other scriptures, such as the Al-Sufa. Now, how convenient then for some if the Persian view of history is turned into mine. That's Al-Mu'id talking, who you will call Prophet Muhammad. They have messed up Prophet Muhammad history. They have given Prophet Muhammad history the Persian view. So what you say about Prophet Muhammad, he was illiterate, had a 6-year-old wife, these blasphemies, these are Persian views from the Uthman of their history. The zealot, that's what these people are, bigots and zealots. These zealots, Umayyad, did claim terrible things of Allah upon the sacrifice of animals. What they got all in the Old Testament. Burnt offerings. Bring your sacrifice firstborn to be purified.
Killing your son.
Before the Lord. Yes, killing your son. Killing your daughter. Allowing these activities. These are actions in their scriptures. What it tells us, Allah forbid, not God. See, God ain't forbidding none of that.
No.
That's a different understanding of their pagan god, whoever that is for them. They call it Abraxas, though. Now, when we say Allah is the name of the indigenous or the universal creator who owns this universe, who is the creator of existence, that without Allah, there is no existence. So now, that being said, Allah says these practices are forbidden. Allah forbids such practices by the followers of Mithra. That's what they called Judaism before it became Judaism. Mithraism. And in Mithraism, this is where all the blood sacrifice, the blood rituals, and the blood magic. These are the people who called us black instead of al-Bakar, which is the divine true naming of black. Check what the Creator called them. The followers of Mithra are inherently evil. These are Christians today, followers of Christianity and followers of Judaism. These people created the Roman version of Islam called the Quran of Mecca. This has nothing to do with what was left in Medina. The Al-Sufyan is what was left from the 10-year of Mecca and the 13-year in Medina by Al-Mu'id, better known as Prophet Muhammad. So check this out. 33, yet these devils, these followers of Mithra, and this was after Jesus came and lived, better known as Jesus. After Jesus came, they started following something called Mithra. You wouldn't know it as Mithra, you would know it as Christianity. Yeah. Paul is the leading role of making people followers of Mithra, imposing as Jesus Christ. These devils found a way to cloak themselves as Muslims. These are the people that you have ran into trying to teach you Arabic. Tell you that you can't know Allah unless you learn them through Arabic. These are your people who they talking about right here, cloaking themselves as Muslims in an Arabic tongue. You don't need to know Arabic to know Allah. Allah is every language, not one language. What else did these devils do? They cloaked themselves as Muslims. Guess else what these devils did? Infect truth with their lies. Ain't no falsehood in Islam. They put their lies in the Quran of Mecca of Islam. The Creator says, sacrifice no, there you go, living thing on account of him, on account of Allah, but dedicate your life to good. This is how easy it was for us. We don't die, we multiply. Any saying which claims Allah calls for the murder of women, any saying which claims Allah claims and calls for the murder of children, or for torture, or for hate, or for ignorance over wisdom, even as the people in the South for superstition over common sense. All these claims are false. Yeah. These sayings is false when it comes to the divine. They told us that you should murder. They told us you should murder women. You should murder children. You should torture women and children. Yeah. That you should hate. Yeah. That you should choose ignorance. Yeah. Yeah. That you should choose superstition over your own common sense. Yeah. These are the devils that are called demon gods, pretending to be God. All these, the demons is false. Satan false, demon false, Lucifer false, dragon false, dragon, devil, beast false, Elohim false, Yaldabaoth false, Abraxas false. So all these have been false speeches to put in our voice. So we become the speakers, giving life to evil. We're finishing up. 40. Any saying which claims our law commanded the times for prayer and to pray is false.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy, all I can think about the 5 times of prayer.
The 5 prayers.
And they got a certain time to do it.
Right. All false.
Ooh-wee.
All false. That was never commanded by our law. That was commanded by the devils.
Oh man.
Who cloak themselves as Muslims.
That's what's going at right there.
So in Quran Islam, there are times for prayer.
Yeah.
And they are commanded to pray.
Yeah.
Allah doesn't command you to pray. He don't even command a time for prayer. All that is false. The divine creator who created all existence does not force himself upon your or our free will. Look at all the lies we've been told now.
Yeah.
These are the lies we've been told.
Yeah.
Somebody making you, the creator didn't tell you to go to jail for 30 days. The creator didn't tell you to sit for 15 years. The creator didn't say you get double life penalty.
Yes, indeed.
These are men
Yes,
judgments on something that he created not. He didn't even bring a spit into existence. And he telling man where he can lay his head.
Yeah. Come on with it.
We finished up these last.
Come on with it. Finish the chapter. Come on.
It is for us to choose to honor the divine creator of all things. Even a bird can be taught to bow down. Even a bird can be taught to pray. This is where we got to go. 44. This is the true intent of prayer, y'all. This is what we was never taught. 44. Use the discipline, the self-discipline of prayer. Use the discipline of prayer to remind you of what is important. To remind self of what is important. Use prayer to remind self of what is important. Use the discipline of prayer to set your mind clear of negative emotions and distractions. You do no honor to you yourself, nor to our law in behaving as if the mind of a bird. One earnest session of prayer, one prayer is 10,000 times more fitting than every prayer as if a trained donkey. Allah knows everything that is in your heart and your mind. The path of a true Muslim is sometimes difficult. Regular prayer with sincerity each day calls a person to be fully immersed in the waters of wisdom of our law. A man who claims to be Muslim can never be fair weather. Any saying which claims a prayer involving a curse is proper and pleasing to Allah is false. No prayer that curses is acceptable to the divine. That is how we purify ourselves, and that is how we know how to pray now. Allah, Al-Sufyan, Islam. As-salam, as-salam, as-salam.